Hi, how are you doing today, Tabor?
Hello. I'm doing good today.
All right, so for today's session, we're going to talk about the cognitive model. So, talking about the thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. So, we're working through our matrix booklet like we've been doing recently. Um, and we're going to kind of talk about some different behaviors. So, some of the ones that I wanted to know that maybe you think are related to your alcohol use. Do you ever feel like there was any sort of lying associated with your alcohol use?
I think not in the beginning, but probably the end. I think it was easy for me to just kind of like lie without even thinking about it. Because
Hmm.
I mean, it was a little embarrassing sometimes. So probably.
So what emotions do you feel like led to that behavior?
I mean, I think I definitely like embarrassment and just like I don't know. I just hated to admit like what I was going to do or what I was doing, and I was maybe doing this instead of I don't know, just watching TV and enjoying the day outside.
Hmm.
So it was a weird feeling.
Did you have any sort of specific thoughts that kind of triggered that emotion before you did the lying?
Um, I think just immediately, without even like thinking about it, I just was like, oh, like I don't want to admit that to anybody.
Yeah.
So pretty immediate.
I think that that's very insightful that you're able to kind of do the cognitive model backwards because normally we kind of talk about thoughts and then emotions and then the behavior, but you're able to kind of unpack it to a deeper level.
Yeah.
So, what about behaving compulsively? So, an example of that would be too much eating, working, relationships with partners.
Actually, I don't think I dealt with any like compulsive behaviors. I mean, if anything, I feel like I stayed up like late at night and just didn't like go to sleep for a while. I struggle
Hmm.
with sleeping, but other than that, I mean, I wouldn't say anything was like compulsive.
Okay. So, you think maybe just the sleep, but that was less compulsion and more just a side effect of the substance you were using?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, my priority. I just wanted to stay up and like drink. I mean, I
Hmm.
hated to just go to bed.
Did you ever have any instances of stealing involved with alcohol use?
I think there was like one time I saw my friend like drop like $5, but by the time I noticed, they were already kind of like walking away and
Mm-hmm.
like leaving, and I like took it, and then I was gonna give it back to them, and I ended up just kind of keeping it, and I forgot and just like kept forgetting. So I mean,
Okay.
yeah, I should have been more responsible and like gave it back to them, but I was kind of like,
Do you think that was related to kind of the mindset you were in at the time with drinking and partying all the time?
I think so because I mean, alcohol isn't cheap,
Okay.
so it was kind of like, oh, it's my lucky day.
Do you think that was the thought behind the action, maybe? That, I need to be able to get some more alcohol?
I think so, yeah.
And what emotion do you think was associated with that thought pattern?
I think at first I kind of felt like an excitement, and but then I think I kind of went through like, as you call it, like maybe like a roller coaster. I kind of was like, oh, I'm excited, lucky day, and then later on it was like, maybe I shouldn't have done that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I don't know. I think I felt like a little bit of embarrassment, but I just kind of like shoved it down and was just like, it's okay.
Do you think that your drinking was kind of related to shoving emotions and stuff like that down?
Probably. I think over time it became easy for me to just like shove things away.
Do you think that during your drinking, you were irresponsible? For example, not meeting with family members or different work commitments or school commitments?
Um, I think there was a few times I was like a little late to work because I have hard time sleeping, and it was kind of hard for me to get up in the morning. Um, but I mean that was a few times.
Hmm.
It, like my boss really like feel like it was a huge deal. But I mean, other than that, no.
Okay. Can you think of any specific different behaviors that you exhibited due to kind of your drinking?
I mean, I think definitely like the lying. That was new for me.
Oh, yeah.
I did that before. I was actually a pretty honest person. So, like, when I started lying, it was kind of weird for me, but then it just kind of became easier. And then also, yeah, like being late to work, that was different for me. And so I think that's when I started realizing, like, there's a problem.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Tabor. We will continue to work through some of the different cognitive worksheets as we do telehealth over the phone for Matrix Group.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.